How you doing? It's Bill Stage. It's time for a little behind the business, and I am with Joe Schilling from Saint Giuseppe's Pizza over there in East Moline and Coal Valley. How are you today, Joe?
Good. How are you doing, Bill?
I'm doing really good. So, with all the COVID-19 stuff, it's taken a toll on businesses, especially food businesses. What are you guys doing differently over there? I know you shut down your Coal Valley location, right?
Yep. Um, yeah, we're just doubling down here. Um, we've got a really tight team, like a really close team, and with uh, with the confusion, and then like it's just a really odd situation. So I found it best to bring the whole team together at one location. You know, the mother location being our East Moline store,
Gotcha.
and we were doing this thing beforehand, switching back and forth or opening both locations, and we've found this to be the best route
Yeah.
for the situation. So
Yeah. Well, that's nice. You can kind of be fluid with it. And I mean, it's a learning curve for everybody involved in this, all around the world. So,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So, and then, so you're opening East Moline. You doing curbside? Are you doing delivery? What are you doing over there?
Yeah, we're just we're really giving the customer all the options that they could want. We don't deliver, but we've had people, hey, can you bring it out to our car? We'll pop the trunk, so we're doing the curbside thing. And then, with the given rules, customers are allowed to come in, pick up their pizza, and leave immediately
Yeah.
after they've gotten their pizza. Just trying to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
That's like one of the number one rules with challenges. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, that's great. So which one of these that you said the East Moline one is kind of the mothership? How long you guys been open over there?
we've been open in East Moline now for almost 3 years. Yeah, it'd be May 18th, 2017. My
Okay.
brother's birthday.
Gotcha. Now, who started all this? Why a pizza place?
My dad started Saint Giuseppe's back in 1997,
Mm.
and out of all the kids, I was the youngest one at the time, with my baby sister, and but I was always wanting to go into work with dad, and that's where it all started. My brothers were in school, so they didn't really, you know, I was the only kid that really saw firsthand, my dad, building the place, doing all this stuff, building the oven, things like that.
Yeah.
And that's where all the passion started. And all through grade school, middle school, high school, I was working there, at least 3-4 nights a week, simple tasks and that when at a young age. And then yeah, by about junior year in high school, that's when I knew, like, day one after graduation,
Mhm.
it's pizza,
Yeah.
and that's where, yeah, day one out of high school, I was running the place every day of the week.
Wow.
So
That's great.
that's
So 1997, your dad opens up a place. Was before that, was he, a baker? Was he messing around in the kitchen? What made him go into business in 1997?
my Uncle Bill was the owner of Uncle Bill's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they were out in Geneseo and in Davenport.
Mm.
They still got that store in Davenport, I think. And but yeah, my dad, he loves being his own boss. He was an insurance agent before opening Saint Giuseppe's,
Hmm.
and yeah, it was a from what I can understand, is that was a super hard transition for my mom and the rest of the family. You go from having a pretty secure job, paid vacation, stuff like that. Now,
Yeah.
now you're working every day of the week, 12 hours, 15 hours a day.
Hmm.
It's crazy. But yeah, it's my dad. He's pretty spontaneous, but really good at, um, uh, uh, pulling through with things, I guess you could say. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it seems like it's kind of in your blood, this whole
Yeah,
pizza thing.
absolutely.
Do you,
Absolutely.
can you trace it back to generations? Where does it come from?
I um that's a funny question. Pizza's simple.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have this idea that, you got to be some kind of professional, cook or something like that. I'm a horrible cook. I'm not good at baking or anything
Yeah.
like that. I know how to cook a pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it. Um, but yeah, just about anybody could, as long as you have the right mindset,
Mm-hmm.
anybody can do pizza.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to persevere through challenges, things like that. So,
Right.
but yeah, it's a really simple thing. Yeah, I wouldn't trace it back to any kind of. My grandma, she was a big cook, Italian. Her spaghetti sauce is amazing, but
Sure.
yeah, I don't really trace my skills back to that really.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's interesting. But you say it's simple, but I mean, it's to have a pizza that stands out. It takes a lot because pizza, it can be, it can be like, yeah, it's a good pizza, whatever, pizza. I'm gonna eat it.
Right.
But to really stand above the rest, it's gotta be good. What do you think makes you guys stand out?
Well, you have to be super honest with yourself, and you have to really call for honesty from customers. One of my biggest fears is people giving me 5 stars, saying my pizza is really awesome because I took good care of them.
Right.
I want to know if my sauce is too spicy. I want to know, if it's too much crust. We used to weigh our large doughs at 23 ounces. Well,
Mhm.
now they're 21.5 ounces because for the longest time, like one of my biggest complaints was too much crust. We just lowered it a little bit where you
Mhm.
couldn't really notice, but those complaints stopped.
Wow.
And yeah, it's all about humility.
Yeah.
Like know when you're wrong, know when you suck at something or something's bad,
Yeah.
and but yeah, you have to be really willing to make changes, small changes, especially when you feel there might be a demand for that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's our pizza has definitely evolved. Like I wouldn't. Our pizza's always good. I like to say this: our pizza's always good, but sometimes better.
There you go.
And over the years, I can definitely say that our pizza's gotten better with super minor changes.
Yeah.
Whether it be we grate our cheese now instead of putting it through a meat grinder. Things
Mm.
like that. It melts better that way.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Um, I'll never change a recipe, but I'll certainly make small adjustments. In pursuit of a better pizza. So.
That's great, man. That's great.
Yep.
So you told me a little bit about a pizza pack. Can you go into detail? What exactly is the Saint Giuseppe's pizza pack?
It's a box of 5 small/medium pizza doughs, however big you want to make the pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get 4 sauce containers with that, which is enough for all of the doughs. But yeah, you get that, you bring it home, and I got a video up on Facebook now. You can learn how to stretch the dough and apply the
Nice.
sauce on there, and um, yeah, it's a really cheap way for people right now to for $12 you're able to make, if you buy the cheese and everything else like that, heck, you can get the cheese from the grocery store.
Gotcha.
You're able to make 5 small pizzas for anywhere between $20 and $25, and it's good food.
Yeah.
It's and it's not. Uh, I wouldn't call it unhealthy. You got
Mhm.
your carbs, your pizza sauce, and your cheese. So
It's kind of the
uh,
perfect food. You got your
exactly.
vegetables in there with the tomato sauce and
Yeah.
that's great. And also in this time, families are looking for ways to pass the time and things to do with the kids that isn't just I'm right now homeschooling my kids. I'm taking a break from being principal stage, and I'm thinking, man, to get the family together and do a pizza pack and figure out how to do the dough and actually make that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, and it's so weird because I didn't think about that before we did it. I just what started as a response to COVID-19 turned out to be something that was a lot bigger than that, and
Yeah.
it's crazy to see people like enjoying it that much, and because come talking from my standpoint, I would never dare bring my pizza dough into my kitchen with my kitchen oven and make a pizza. I've got a pizza place.
Right.
So you got to kind of step outside that and think of what it'd be like if you didn't have a pizza place. How cool would
Mhm.
it be to be able to make a pizza at home? And turns
Yeah.
out it's pretty awesome. So
Yeah. Well, because I know the oven itself helps with the taste. When you go back to 97 and you're helping your dad build this business and you're working in the kitchen and kind of doing odds and ends, what was the thing that really attracted you to, what did you latch onto that first made you go, this might be something I'm actually really interested in?
Oh, wow. There is just something really, there's a lot of life in the game. Um, you know, whether you be watching my dad or my Uncle Billy, toss a pizza dough, they got this face, and it's like you're watching them do it. You're like, that is so cool. And once you finally, it draw like you're drawn to it, and there's a lot of people is like 70% of the business, and I guess I kind of was born, kind of social, outgoing, or what have you, and that's one of my favorite parts about it is, like pizza is honestly the least of the business. It's people, it's that, how cool is it that every day, I get to, say hi to 40, 50 or 100 people that are picking up something that I made.
Right.
It's a really, really cool feeling. And I think that's where that kind of came from is, and all my friends, like even in kindergarten, all my friends like, oh, your dad owns a pizza place. I'd have birthday parties and my friends would get to go in the kitchen, stuff like that. So it's definitely been something that's, I've grown a passion for over time. So.
That's great. Let's talk about what you got behind you there. You're a musician of sorts. What do you do over there?
um, I do a lot of music,
Yeah.
guitar, keyboard, all that stuff. Got Logic on my computer. That thing's, I love Logic. Yeah, my number one passion actually is music, and that's grown over time.
Yeah.
And I would say that has actually contributed to a lot of the ways on how I operate. There's an extreme power behind music. I'm still learning about it firsthand, and yeah, it's something that I started when I was 11 or 12 years old. AC/DC, all that stuff. I was wrapped up in that, and then I was on and off with guitar ages 13 to 18, and yeah, it was probably in the last couple years. It's actually, oh, this is funny. No, it's after my girlfriend broke up with me a couple years ago.
Oh yeah,
and that's where
how
my
it all begins.
Yeah, that's where my real passion with me, because I had nothing to do. I'm like, I'm just gonna, and next thing you know, me and my buddy Colin Keemley, he knows all about studio stuff like that. And I go, dude, what do I need for a studio? And it's like under $1,000. I already had the computer in that, and next thing you know, we got a studio and we're able to make some really awesome stuff, and got thousands of tracks that, just little samples of stuff that I've created. And gosh, it's just so fun. I don't know. It's in a weird way, like you feel like you're wasting your time, but it's like anything else, art or whatever, like you're not doing anything with it, but gosh, like you're using your time and it's benefiting your brain in one way or the other. And it's just, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, no, it's therapy, that's for sure. Something's in you; it's
Absolutely.
got to come out some way. So I agree
Yep.
with you. So, when have you put out? Have you been in bands? Are you just doing solo tracks? Are you actually
That's
putting
it.
together music, actual songs?
Yeah, I've had a few things, a lot of like funny stuff, but most of my stuff is just is seeing what I can do as far as like creation goes. It's kind of strange because like I think I'm the only, or I don't know, I don't know any other musicians that are like this, but like I have zero motivation to like play and pop. Like it's not that I don't want to. Like I think I would actually really enjoy that, but I don't really have the time or commitment to be able. I definitely take music seriously, and it's kind of odd because like I would call myself like a good musician. Like I take pride in that, and it's like as if I'm almost being selfish with it or something. Like I don't really have a drive to. I definitely send stuff to like my brother, my friends. Who took this up? Doesn't this sound cool?
Yeah.
But no real motives to really, be a star or whatever, so.
I don't think it needs to be. I think you've got your own thing that you do. I mean, I would encourage you to share that. It doesn't have
Yeah,
to be something that trying to achieve rock star status or even be in a band, but man, share that, get it out there.
yeah.
I heard somebody say once, art doesn't become art until you show it to somebody.
Oh, wow. That's
So,
cool. I've never heard that before. That's gonna stick with me. That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's awesome.
Yeah, so get it out there, man.
Sure.
All right, so what else is going on with St. Giuseppe's? Did we hit everything? Anything everybody needs to know about what you guys got going on over there?
Yeah, obviously our pizza's good. The pizza pack thing, I can't stress on that enough.
Mhm.
I think it's a great opportunity for people to have fun and make some good food at home. But
Yeah.
one of my number one priorities right now is to keep things as normal as possible.
Yeah.
Things are weird right now, and when somebody comes in, like, obviously we're doing everything to take caution, all that good stuff. But I'm done mentioning COVID-19 on Facebook or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
People know what's going on, and I
Mhm.
I want to provide the opportunity for people to feel like, oh, life's good. I just picked up a pizza from St. Giuseppe's, and this is cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
things are normal. This is all right. Because it's a bad time out there right now. Like it's cool because like when people come into St. Giuseppe's, it's the only place as of right now that I can think of where I've been that I see people like excited or enthusiastic. They're hungry and they're ready
Mhm.
to eat. And I love that. I love seeing people happy. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite things. But yeah, I don't know. So we're
That's
staying
great,
busy.
man. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, and thank you for sharing your story here, brother.
Absolutely.
All right. You guys are open in East Moline. Do you have specific hours you want people to come in or call ahead, or how does that all work? A website?
Oh
What do you
yeah.
got going on?
Yeah, no, we're open Monday through Saturday, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at East Moline right now.
Okay.
That's our regular hours. Obviously, we got Coal Valley closed.
Mm.
Best way to kind of see what's going on is our Facebook page,
Okay.
St. Giuseppe's Pizza. Instagram.
Mhm.
I'm getting into the Instagram game now.
Yeah, that's good.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. That's yeah, like I said, it's just as simple as call, order a pizza, 309-736-0000, so
All right.
we do business catering, by the way. Yeah, so if you got,
Okay.
that's 24 hours. So if you got, a work crew you're trying to feed at 2 in the
Mhm.
morning, let me know it way ahead of time, and I'll make that happen.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's a big thing too. It keeps me busy all throughout
Yeah.
the week. So
That's great, Joe. Thank you so much.
hey, you're welcome.